And welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Rebecca McLain is our guest. She is Executive Director of the United County History Center, and that's what we're talking about. You've got plans in the works, I know, with Kevin Bird, our friend Kevin Bird, who's been a guest here before. And Kevin is very active in promoting cancer awareness, and has done a lot in that area. He's an entertainer. He's done a lot of author. He's done a lot of good works, and I know he's contributing some things for the Black History exhibit. Talk about that a little bit, what the exhibit's going to be and what's the timing for this.
Absolutely. So first I'm going to say the timing's going to be flexible just because we've already had to delay a few times due to travel and COVID restrictions. So we're sometime definitely this spring. So originally intended for Black History Month in February, hopefully March, maybe April, but hopefully March. The idea is to celebrate a few of individuals either from our community or who currently live here, who have made history and who are currently making history. So that's where Kevin comes in. He's a Utica native, and as you had mentioned, he is an entertainer, and he's also very involved in prostate cancer awareness. So he founded his own foundation, the Brown Bird Foundation, and he has won numerous awards. He's received international attention for his cancer awareness work. So he is going to be loaning us a number of items, some of his awards and stuff to put on display.
And he got his start, Kevin did, with the Rhythm Lights here in Utica. I don't know how old he was at the time, but Rhythm Lights was a group for kids that perform, and Doris Yagi, she was the director there, a well-known name, and that's how Kevin got started down in New York City now. And has done, I should have mentioned he did Broadway too. The book that Kevin has done is that one, and I think this might be his second book.
Okay.
But is this going to be on sale at the United County History Center bookstore?
Yes, so that's the other piece. Kevin will hopefully be coming up in mid-February to bring us a number of copies of his book. And he's going to be very generous, and he is donating all the proceeds from the book back to the History Center, which will be used for membership for families and youth in the area who are unable to afford the History Center, or perhaps just aren't aware of the History Center, but we think would benefit. And so I would say community is definitely very important to Kevin, and so kind of tying that all together, you know, learning about the history of your community, the people who are from your community can help instill pride and hopefully build a stronger connection.
Yeah. Has there been I know a lot of this is still in the works, but has there been a procedure if somebody wants to take advantage of Kevin's generosity and get a membership? How would they go about that? Do we know yet?
So I am looking to contact a few different organizations. I guess I don't know if I should name names yet since I haven't talked to them yet. But organizations like On Point for College, Young Scholars, just to kind of tie into those who are interested. But we can certainly, I'll be connecting with some other area organizations just to see. But you could certainly perhaps give us a call. But again, they primarily, it depends on how many books we sell, of course, but it'll be focused on African Americans and people of color as well.
On Point for College, that's a great one, considering that Kevin Markin's the executive director over there, and used to be the executive director at the United County History Center. So that makes a nice little
organizations that we already have connections to, and would have, you know, young kids, young adults who are likely to be interested in history and wanting to learn more. So that's who we want to connect with.
Speaking of the History Center's YouTube channel, I did an interview with Kevin Bird. It got a good reception. It was we did it down at the Stanley Theater, and that's on YouTube, and that's gotten a lot of visits as well. That really seems to be, I mean, I guess this was all coming to Rebecca, YouTube and all the Zoom and all that, but the COVID has really accelerated the way museums and institutions present themselves, yes?
Yeah, we've really had to change. So we had a virtual exhibit. We partnered with SUNY Poly this past fall. We've done a ton of virtual, both now fundraising and programs. And after COVID is over, whenever that is, I would hopefully, return to some of our previous procedures. But certainly, I think some of it will stay on. So just speaking about the virtual lectures, I know part of our audience really wants in-person programming back. And I completely understand that and want to bring that back. But we connect with a whole different group. So, I mean, we can have, you don't have to live in Utica, you don't have to live in Oneida County. A few weeks ago, we had a presenter who lived in Michigan. She gave a presentation on Polish immigrants in Utica. We have people connecting from all over the country. So, in a way, it's nice and exciting that we can connect with a different audience that is interested in local
Maybe a
Oneida County
hybrid
history.
I mean, it used to be, either you got down there and you saw it or you didn't see it, and then you couldn't come down there, so you had to do it that way. Maybe a combination of the two
Yeah,
is
definitely.
in the offing.
I think that's on the horizon. We just have to get in line to purchase the equipment.
Yeah.
We did look into that in the summer, and everything we tried to buy was sold out. So I put that one on pause. But
Yeah. If Kevin Bird comes back for that exhibit, let us know, and we can maybe do something up here. Maybe have Kevin come into the studio.
yeah,
and,
absolutely. So we'll at least, I think, even if he can't make it, just since he does live down in New York City, we're going to try to have a virtual component just to introduce it as well. So you could say a few words and.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
And let us know too about that exhibit when it comes to fruition.
Absolutely, you'll be the first to know, Joe.
Well, thanks. The other exhibits that are up now, the one is coming down.
So Kevin's the Black History Month exhibit that'll feature Kevin will be replacing the exhibit on our oldest artifacts.
Okay, and the other exhibits, like the World War I exhibit, is that going to be up for a while yet, or?
As of now, you can count on them being up for the next few months. But we would like to, we're looking to kind of rotate our exhibits a bit more frequently, just to give people another reason to come down.
Gotcha, okay. When we come back, let's take a look at some of the memorabilia you were nice enough to bring with you. Rebecca McLain's our guest, Executive Director, Oneida County History Center. Short break, right back.